Okay, so technical difficulties have arisen and we have gone to Zoom and we are not giving up. We're having a chat. And for those of you tuning in, you can drop any questions you have on this post when I post it, and then we'll come back to you because this is the option we've got. So I'm so excited, and thank you so much, Vicki, for joining me today. I hear a lot of people's stories and your story, and this is why I thought it would be so powerful for you to share your experience. So I'm just going to throw it over to you, and you can kind of share your journey with, you know, what has happened for you, and I might like chime in and ask you some questions along the way. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect. Yeah. So I am 60, I'll be 61 years old this summer. And so I'm the end of the baby boomer generation. Done taking care of aging parents. They've all passed on. Kids, they're in their 30s. I'm a grandma now. And so just always putting all of that before me while I'm, trying to take care of myself, my nutrition. So it was lacking, and I have not been educating myself on what my body has needed because I have been so busy with everyone else in the world, working full time, etc. So a friend of mine who's actually signed up for the next Thrive program, we've been friends for about 20 years or so. So about every decade, we would say, oh my gosh, I'm just putting on weight so much easier now. What am I going to cut out? Okay, so I cut a couple things out of my diet. 10 years go by again, gaining weight again. There's nothing left at this point to cut out of my diet. And I'll give you like a typical day of me going to work. So here would have been my typical breakfast: half cup of oatmeal, maybe a banana, and that was it. Lunchtime, maybe like a Thai salad, no meat in it. No, that's too fattening. I would just have like the noodles and the veggies and like a little peanut sauce. And then, okay, I'm eating healthy so far today. Get home from work, I'm starving. So I would have that 3 to 5 p.m. time at home before dinner is made where I can't get enough chips and salsa, or, for me, it's the salty stuff. And then I would have a nice protein with dinner, a full-on dinner. And I thought, okay, I'm eating meat for dinner. That's good enough. I've met my requirements. And then the cycle would start over again the very next day. And yeah, I could cut more out of my diet and get down to a reasonable weight, but it wasn't a healthy way to get down to that weight. I was not full. I was constantly having cravings. So now that I have increased the protein at every meal, my snacking has completely disappeared. And then for the ladies who are interested in like how I've done on the Thrive program. So I started the last protein challenge in January, Thrive program in February. I'm 5'4". I don't know what that translates to your centimeters and all. I
We
could do a
do
little
we do
math.
five
I
foot.
am a math teacher.
Oh, we do 5'4" too.
Okay, 5'4". I didn't know if you did something else in Australia. And so I would always reach that 140-pound mark. And that was always my, I need to do something. And I would struggle to get down to 130. Now, effortlessly, I am down to 128 pounds, my smallest of jeans fit. I am a smaller, stronger size, building muscle. I've got muscles now
Woohoo!
because Chanel is having me lift weights. Using her recipe library. And so my breakfast and my lunch, I follow what you have for the protein, the fats, the carbohydrates, and then dinner will come along. My husband's real good with the protein. So he'll cook a nice, either salmon or a steak, and then I'll balance that out with whatever I need for vegetables. And I am full. I have not been hungry basically since January. So super successful. And once you get that nutrition dialed in, I feel like so many other things also just fell into place. The supplement world is overwhelming. Maybe I need this supplement and that supplement. But if you start with your nutrition first, you're going to realize I am sleeping a lot better. I'm not taking anything to sleep per se, a little bit of magnesium. My tummy had flattened out from my menopause, just little teeny pooch. I really didn't carry a lot of weight up here, but that is completely flattened out. Um, Never thought I'd give up my red wine on Friday nights and Saturday nights, but now I find that I've worked so hard and it was making me not sleep well that it's interesting. Like, I don't even want that Friday or Saturday night glass of red wine. So that was a surprise to me because I never thought I would go there, but super successful. Been very happy. And my coworker Sue, who's done the program with me, we were just actually walking after work on my way home tonight. And she just said it's nice to do the Thrive program with a friend because we had that extra layer of accountability. We would share our recipes. She's down a couple sizes as well, has dropped 10 pounds. We actually went shopping a couple weekends ago to get new clothes. So I'm just grateful that now, the path of which I'm aging has drastically changed. And I'm going to be able to do all those things with the grandkids and feel strong. And it's been all good.
That's so exciting. And I think it's cool that you touched on it. Yes, we definitely really like focus on nutrition and making sure you're hitting your protein and getting your micronutrients and managing your macronutrients and really balancing that because that's the foundation. But there's so many other things that we focus on as well, like sleeping and building muscle, water, just getting your steps in. Like there's a lot of things that make up this process to you feeling your absolute best. But I think what really resonated with, when you shared, Vicki, that for so long, like it had been 20 years that you had been struggling, and and how, and I was talking a little bit about this on the live this morning, how there's so much information, so it can be overwhelming and confusing. And I think, I don't know, do you feel like that is how you felt beforehand?
Um, I just don't even know how I missed the boat on the whole protein situation. I feel like there is a lot out there. I just wasn't spending the time educating myself. Thought I was eating everything like I'm supposed to be eating. I would grab new recipes here and there, try a couple programs that didn't obviously focus on the protein. And so now that I'm aware of it, and now I'm continuing to listen to more podcasts. I found you originally because it was last summer that menopause kind of hit me hard in the joints. And then I had kind of was searching for a podcast that's nutrition and menopause, and yours came up. And like as Nancy in our group said, you came along at the right time. Like that was the perfect time. And you said, sign up for my protein challenge next week. It's like, well, what do I have to lose? So that's how it all began. So now that I'm listening to more podcasts, I feel like, okay, Chanel's right. You do all your research, I trust you. This is your job. And everything that I hear on the outside just confirms what you've been teaching us in the program for these past few months. So,
well, I love that we hear you sharing because obviously this is my job and I get to do this like day in, day out. I obviously coach the program, but I also have one-on-one clients. So this is just what I do, like in how I live. But hearing your journey and sharing this, I think will be very helpful for those out there. And the reason that obviously we brought this together at the last minute is because I am hearing other people in your situation, kind of bringing up the same questions or sharing the same frustrations. And so I thought it would be really, and I was hoping that they could obviously ask their questions live, but listening in, anyone, if you have any questions at all, please pop them in the comments here and then we can come back and answer them for you. I'm going to be sharing all of the details for the Thrive program tomorrow with you. So you'll have everything you need to know about what it looks like, how it works. You'll get all of that. But I just wanted to share Vicki's story. So I think also we'll just touch on quickly, there's a little bit of a community. There's like 50 women that do this program. So we had, honestly, I'm missing catching up with these guys. Every week we would have a Zoom call and and everyone would bring their questions, and it really is not just about the recipes and the meal plans and the education. There's a community, a little tribe that pops up around this. So I don't know what your experience was around that.
Oh, definitely. I look forward to the Zooms every week. And I think one of the other biggest changes was just the relationship with food in general. Like always thinking food was more or less not the enemy, but something I didn't want to think about. And now thinking about food is it's so delicious. What recipe am I going to try next? So before I came on, my friend Michelle, who signed up for your new program, I told her I was going to share this with you. She was on the live as well. She says the best part of this week has been that she's not hungry. The food is great. She's having salmon tonight, and then she'll do the chicken later. But
Nice.
one piece at a time. And I did not do everything all at once that you taught us. It was absolutely one thing at a time. It was breakfast. And then I did a little bit of meal prepping. And then, okay, this week I'm going to really focus and measure my water. So don't try to do everything all at once. I would say it has taken since January to now be at a place where it just becomes intuitive, even knowing how much protein you have. At the end of the day, if I could, I think I'm a little short, I'll have that protein shake after dinner. My current favorite is the chocolate protein powder with a scoop of peanut butter powder, which I laugh
Yes.
because some of the ladies are like, peanut butter powder. I had no idea either. And I see peanut butter powder. And then the capsicum with the red pepper. Okay. So when they see rocket on a recipe, rocket is arugula. Arugula.
I need to, now that I'm aware, I need to start like making sure that I put those on there.
And we like ounces for us can be either liquid or weight. So like if you have a pound of rice, it's really 2 cups of rice. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
funny. It's
So
funny.
I'll have to make sure I've got like more conversion like charts, and because
Yeah.
this is also what's cool hearing Vicky's story is I'm in Australia, she is in America, and so we have people from all over the world join the program, and they're like, so we have a Zoom in your time zone. But it doesn't matter where you are. That's the cool thing these days. Like you can connect and join where, and like obviously there's 550 people doing the protein challenge all over the world,
Yeah.
So that's what's so cool. One of the ladies from the new, we're already a third of the way full for the next program, and she's from Cambodia. And so I'm so
Wow.
excited that she has joined in, because how cool is that? Like in Cambodia.
Yeah. I think I read her post. Isn't she work at a Christian school or something
Yes,
of the
yes.
sort? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Very
so
cool. Very
great. Yeah,
cool.
really cool. So
Mhm.
thank you again, Vicki, for joining
You're
today.
welcome.
And
You're welcome.
like I said, ask us any questions. I really wanted you to hear Vicky's story, because she has really you're like a different version of
Yeah.
yourself, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm just excited for all these ladies that are just going to jump on board. And I remember when I was hemming and hawing after the protein challenge, it's like, do I have enough time? Do I have enough time? And I don't know if you remember what you said to me. You're like, well, you have to eat, don't you? And I'm thinking, I cannot argue that. I cannot argue. Yes, I do have to eat. And so why not just make delicious food? And that's what it comes down to. And I share these recipes with my grandkids even. I
Yeah.
modify them for the kids. It's not like I'm eating separately.
No.
They're all part of it.
Yeah, for
So,
sure. And I think I did say that to you, because, and that's truly, as a nutritionist, what I believe, like you're going to eat today anyway. Why not learn to eat the right food? And
right.
like, like you said, Vicky, now you've set yourself up for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, like to
Mhm.
thrive. And that's what's so exciting. So
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Yay.
Thank you
Thank
again
you.
for sharing.
Thank you. You're welcome.